appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How about you guys? If you are joining us in Facebook, YouTube, or IG, feel free to type a hi in the box, okay, so that we can chat with each other, okay? So today's sessions is the FAQ live, which is we will be answering those frequently asked questions by the students. So, and we will answer it okay, so that to know and to let the others, especially for those beginners, okay? So these sessions is mostly for those beginners as it is the most suitable for them. Okay, so my name is Taurus, and together with me is Janice. Okay, both of us
Hi
are
everyone.
residence consultant. Yeah, Janice, come on. Anything to
Hi.
introduce? Yeah.
Yes. It's great to be here with Taurus, right? It's actually our first time working together on a Q&A session.
Yeah, looking
Yes,
forward
we
for
are
it.
excited to answer the question, right? We received quite a lot of FAQ, frequently asked question. And yes, stay tuned, right, for what we are going to cover.
Yes, okay. So basically, for today, we have prepared some of the frequently asked questions and we will
Yes.
address it accordingly. And it's
Mm.
mostly special for those beginners in Feng Shui, okay? And of course, for those who are watching us online, okay, if you have any questions to ask both of us, feel free to type in the box wherever in your social media account, and we will address it after our FAQ sessions, okay? We will
Yes.
pick some of the questions to answer it, okay? So, yeah, let's
All right.
see. All right, so
And
Janice, I think we shall begin right now.
let's begin.
Okay, let me share my screen. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Okay. Yes. Clear, right? It's very
Okay.
clear. All
All
right.
right. So, okay, Janice,
Hmm.
first question to you. How many changes does a house actually need before a feng shui can work?
Wow. Interesting question. But it kind of reminds me of the movie Transformer.
Okay.
where the car turns into like a robot.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, I think when it comes to changes, you don't need to implement a lot of changes, right, to see the result. Even a little changes can go a long way. Right, little changes. For example, you declutter your room, you tidy up the space, make the room brighter, small changes like this, and you can immediately feel that your energy level will be rising, right?
Yes, true, true, true. I
Mm,
agree with you. Okay, let's see these students. Yeah. So we have to address on this on which is a testimony from the
yeah.
students.
So this is from Tan, right? Tan Sun Qian, one of our students. He's saying that I'm now not just 100%, yeah, 1,000% convinced because only water and fire activation created so much result. Since I started practicing Feng Shui, he's doubled his income and bought a new property that is double the size of his old one. So 13 years I've worked in the same company, never got such a big raise. Just the flying star and a bucket of water. Simple as that. That's
Yeah,
amazing,
so
right, Taurus?
yes, yes. So
Yeah.
basically, for the feng shui to works, actually not much that we need to do to see
Mm.
the results. Okay, this remind me in one of the testimony about Datuk Joey Yap, which
Yeah.
long time ago he helped one of the client, which basically facing a harmony relationships of the family members. Okay, which is both of the children brother uh are fighting. Okay, so.
Mm.
And therefore, the client find Datuk Jovial, and after Datuk Jovial have a feng shui audit and feng shui consult with her, then surprisingly, just changing the room of both the children, and aha, you know what? The brothers' relationship are right become. I mean, has
They
been
go
come back. Okay,
closer.
basically,
Yeah.
Dato with just one feng shui audit have
Mm.
helped her to have back the relationship of the family members, and now they are happily living together.
Mm.
And so that's one of the testimony which I feel quite touched, because just one simple move of changing the room of the children, actually that's aha, the feng shui works. Okay, and of course this could be relayed back to the part one of LFE of what we have learned in part one. Okay, especially I saw in the chat box. Okay, in YouTube, Feng Shui in Design, which explain about Nemesis sector. Okay, so basically, Nemesis sector or the identity palace. Okay, these are something that you could use just to have the results of feng shui to be work for you. Okay, so basically nemesis sector is those those people who, I mean, give you some kind of problem or to let you learn about a lessons. This is the type of is like a indirectly nobleman lah, we would say. Okay, so this is also one of the part that you could use just to have the feng shui. Okay, like Jenny is what you have shared just now with us, right? The
Yeah.
clutter make clean, right? Of the
Mm.
identity palace. This is something that we could use as for those beginners in feng shui. This is one of the
Yes.
thing that you could use and you could see the results up there. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
and
The
of course,
identity palace.
yes,
Yeah.
and of course, we saw one of the headbox from YouTube. Okay,
Mm.
Julius, I love the awakening, and the align is
Align.
more exciting. Yes,
Wow.
that's great. Okay. So basically, yes, okay. Align is which is tomorrow, right? We have our part two sessions. Okay. Part two is more
Yes.
interesting for you guys. And of course, Dato will share a lot of tips and secrets of feng shui on how could we use it, okay, for the benefits of us. And of course, uh there's also for those who sign up for VIP, okay, we have a VIP Q&A, okay. From there, that's also how you could gain more experience and the questions or doubts to be answered by the professionals of the consultants. Okay, so for those who are interested to sign up for VIP, okay, feel free to join us for the VIP before the times goes off, okay, because it's a limited time. Okay, so Janice,
Reserve your spot now, guys.
yeah, do you
Right?
think we should move on to the next question or any add-on for you?
Well, I think we have both covered this part, yeah, quite completely.
Yeah, all
Because
right, so let's move on, right?
yeah, let's move on to the next question. Okay. Now the next one is about, right, rigid rules, fear of consequences. So if something's miss, is that really what Feng Shui is about? So what's your thought on this, Taurus?
Okay, as the resident consultant, we have met a lot of clients which have this fear, right? Like, oh, I have a missing palace, some things like this. Or
Mm,
so what does it happen to me? Okay. Like example, we saw the questions from YouTube. Okay, my identity palace pointing to my cabinet near my balcony sliding. Is the balcony also included? Yeah, something like this. Okay.
yeah.
Normally balcony we won't include lah in terms of feng shui, okay? But of course, okay, for those who are afraid on those missing sectors, okay, fear not, okay, because Datuk will be covering it in the following part, okay? So
Yes.
yes,
Part
let's
two.
see what's the yeah from Catherine, okay?
Mm,
Uh, yeah, this is one of the testimony from the students. Okay, I really like how Datoks entertain and teach things. Okay, I often have to laugh and really enjoy the time. Okay, my biggest aha was realizing that you don't teach us to fear anything. That makes everything so much easier for me. It's always a matter of perspective. Okay, so yeah, for those which first time like Catherine. Okay, feel like a victim of circumstances, okay? After you join us for the life force energy, okay, you will feel more empowered. And of course, like Catherine, okay, the biggest takeaway was understanding the different palettes and how to take actions in them, okay? It's not all about colors, pictures, or what to put, okay, this to put, that to put. It's not about this, okay? So basically, do not fear about the missing sector, okay, and I'm sure that Dato will be addressing it in the following part, okay, and then yeah, so any add-on for you, Janice?
well, yeah, I mean, in Feng Shui, it's not, Feng Shui is not to make you fear, right? It's not about fear, or it's not to trap you in perfection, but essentially, Feng Shui is a practical tool, like for you to notice whether your environment is supportive or it obstructs your growth. So good Feng Shui, in a way, it helps you to, just like when you're opening the door, right? A good Feng Shui helps you to turn the handle smoothly, right? Instead of you pushing harder against the door, but it doesn't open. So it should help you to create awareness, right? Awareness and choice and support, not to make you feel afraid, right, of your own home. That's what I feel.
Yeah, and yeah, that's one of the questions from IG, okay,
Mm.
Ruba. Hi, how to balance metal element when partially missing? I already tried white paint, not much change. Okay, Ruba, can you see the testimony from Catherine? Okay, actually about color, okay? So you try the white paint or yellow paint or whatever paint, actually it doesn't affect for your feng shui, okay? Okay.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't.
yeah, and of course, how to balance metal element when partially missing. Okay, these things I think we will let Datuk to address you in the
Yeah.
following part, okay? And of course, uh you can ask these questions in the VIP if you have signed up it, but
Mm.
for a quick answering for you right now, okay, why do you need to care about the partial missing part right now, okay? So remember our questions to now is don't afraid of that, okay? Don't afraid of those missing sector first and don't care about all those colors, okay? It doesn't, it is not feng shui, okay? Yeah. So catch us and do join us for part two if you would like to know about the missing part, all those things,
Yes.
okay? And of course, there's from Facebook. Okay, Kelvin Tan. Okay, yes, I engaged JY Feng Shui audit from my house. Activated for water feature for period 9, and coincidentally, the sector activated is also my nobleman. I must say, very powerful.
Mm.
All right, great, Kelvin. We are
Wow.
glad to hear about that. That's great. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah,
Then,
Janice, I
okay.
think these questions we have covered, right?
Yeah. Right, let's
Or
move on to the next one.
yeah,
Okay.
okay. These the questions. Okay. Adding lucky
This is,
toads and bamboo to a home, is that really believed to change anything in a person's life? What's your opinion? What's your opinion in this,
well,
Janice?
I think this is like whenever you meet someone who is, they know about Feng Shui, right? And they know something about Feng Shui. And there will be this misconception where they think, oh, this lucky toad, if I put it there, it's gonna bring me luck. All right, or this golden rooster, if I put it there, it's gonna bring me wealth. So is that true, right? Is that true? To address that, those are ornaments, right? Those are more of decor items. So it's not like a magic shortcut, yeah, where you put those items and you will magically unlock the good effects. And in fact, for me, I think putting too much of those objects, it can cause clutter, right? It can cause clutter, especially when the more you buy and then you place it on every corner of your house. Because in Feng Shui is about observing what is already present. For example, what is around you, the landform, the mountains, the water features, the rivers, those are already present, right, in your environment, in your surrounding. And second is how you use the space, right? How you utilize a space. Is it for bedroom? Is it for study room? Right? Then the next one would be the physical condition of the room. You want to look at whether it's tidy, whether it's cluttered, disorganized. Yeah, because deliberate placement, like those kind of ornaments, in YYour school of teaching, the placement, it must fit the correct 5 element relationship. Right, this will be further covered in our upcoming session of life force energy.
Yeah, so do join us
Yes,
for that.
do join
Okay.
us for that to
Yeah.
know more about the correct placement according to the 5 element.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
Janice. Why not we see how the students address for these questions?
Yeah. Okay, this is from Artemisa. All right, she's saying that we have a wrong idea of feng shui because we think it's about pakwa mirrors and bamboo, right? All these things are not feng shui, yes. And he gives you the technique to apply and to see results, which is the most important thing, because you can spend your whole life studying and not seeing any result, right? Since I started using feng shui on our house, her husband, who is a realtor in the US, are able to sell more property. Like this is an excellent news and the effects that you can achieve with the practical application of feng shui, right? Rather than placing objects um, randomly on the space. Yeah, Taurus, what's your thoughts on this? About
True.
placing
Okay,
this?
so basically for me, because I learned all these Chinese metaphysics when I was 9 years old, right? So one
Yeah,
of the thing that I heard that talks always told us is, all these bamboo, all those lucky toads, okay, or even the lucky cat, right? Chinese like to
yeah,
buy the lucky cat, right? All this
yes.
actually does not help you for feng shui, okay? It's just your own belief lah, okay, I would say. So for those people who buy that would normally think that these things will give them the confidence. So therefore, the reasons why they bought it is to let them have the confidence on their own lah. But in real
Mm,
terms of feng shui, it doesn't uh increase in the energy of the environment. Okay, so basically, feng shui is the environmental energy as we know. So it is the catalyst on how to amplify the results that we need by using the energy of the environment to help us to achieve our goals and results way more easier and faster. Okay, so for me, I don't think a bamboo it's something that really can change your life. Okay, if bamboo can change a lot of people's life, then everyone buy a bamboo lah. Okay, then maybe the panda would be the most great things lah. Okay.
The panda decor, right?
Yeah.
Panda
Okay.
decoration.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's move on, Janice.
Yes. Okay. Right. The next one is also about, yeah, it's regarding trinkets, decor items. So this person is saying that with so much conflicting advice out there, how is anyone supposed to know what actually works,
This
right?
very easy. That's why you need to join us for Life Force Energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we are the authority of this Chinese metaphysics,
Mm.
especially in Feng Shui. Okay, so how to know what actually works? Join us. Okay, we have the rest of the part 2, part 3, and part 4, and of course also have the part 5, especially
Mm-hmm.
for those who sign up for VIP. Okay,
Yes. Only
so
for VIP.
yeah, if you want to know how actually works, join us, and I'm guarantee you this is something that you don't need to, I mean, you don't want to be missed out of lah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because this could change your life. Therefore, this is something that we could say, yeah, we have seen a lot of clients change their life just because of learning feng shui, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Mm.
So there's a testy from Banu. Okay, the
Yeah.
biggest takeaway from lessons 1 and 2 was to leave behind everything I thought I knew and have an open mind. Okay, Joey showed me how to let go of the myths and clear the confusion all around the trinkets. Okay, I now understand which area to focus on to create more clarity, health, romance, excitement, and to me, the highlight was understanding the blueprint. Yeah, that was a big bonus. Okay. So yes, okay. So to answer these questions, the most easy answer is join us, okay, for the rest of the life force energy. Okay, this is where
Yes.
you could clear out your
Mm.
mind and all those confusion or conflicting advice on feng shui. Okay, because we are the authority in this subject.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, any other on Janice?
Yeah. You know, the next session is actually tomorrow, so don't miss out. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
next
session
question.
2 for Life Force Energy. So join us for tomorrow. Sign up and join us for tomorrow. Will be from 8 to 10 p.m.
Yeah. And for those who already have feeling that or already know that the part 1 is something great for you, okay, just because of the nobleman sector and also the identity sector, okay. So part 2 is something that you cannot miss because startup will be covering much more info for you, okay. So as a learner or as a student of feng shui, this is something that you could not miss. Okay, so do catch us in tomorrow, and of course the rest of the part of life force energy.
Yes. Don't miss out.
Yeah, all right. So
Hey.
Jenny, every year, us
Mm.
some people will say, "Oh yeah, damn man, this sector we need to avoid or cannot renovate, right?" So,
Yeah.
and the feng shui. So, is this
GG, yeah.
something true or is this something not true? Is this statement
Well,
correct, or is there anything in feng shui that need to be avoid or cannot renovate?
I would say yes and no. Right? Yes and no. Because when it comes to annual feng shui, right? Annual feng shui influence, it can actually make a certain sectors more sensitive to renovation, like drilling, demolition, or like, heavy disturbances. For example, you move like a heavy furnitures. So, but this doesn't mean that the whole area becomes forbidden or like unusable, right? You can still use that sensitive areas for sleeping, for example, or cleaning, You know, you can still utilize that space. Because for me, I believe that the proper judgment also comes from the house personal chart, the timing, and of course the exact sector, right? The exact sector of the house and what is being done, right? What is
Yeah,
being done.
that is.
Mm.
I agree with you, but the thing is, mostly join us is too beginner. So I'm
Yeah,
afraid that they don't know what we are talking about, right? So
yeah, it's
yeah.
basically yes and no, right? It's yes and
Yeah.
no.
So basically, if you have learned feng shui, then you will know,
Yeah.
yes, this statement, we would say this statement is correct,
Mm.
but you need to join us and learn more further so that in order to know which sector is needed to be avoided and which sector
Yeah.
you need to enhance it or how to enhance
Or
it.
to
But this,
utilize
no
more
worries.
of it.
Yeah, but no
Yeah.
worries. This is all covered in our life force energy. We have part two, three, four, and also part five for those VIP. And yeah, okay,
Mm.
of course, for those who really interested in feng shui, okay, we will highly encourage you to join us for the VIP because especially like these questions, okay, actually it will be addressed in VIP Q&A, most likely. Okay. So feel free to join us, okay, to know more about it. Okay. And yeah, Janice, okay, regarding these
Mm.
students, Maria, okay. So, Maria testimony is actually quite a great answer for these questions.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Well,
basically for
mm,
those beginners, right? Yeah. Would you like to recap what is for
sure.
these questions?
So, okay, Maria is saying that before some teachers they come to Russia, okay, and they teach people feng shui. Wow. And they say you should just light the fear this star is not very good. Yeah. And not timely. Okay. So she's saying that I just go down, this is not good, but here everybody is positive, right? Master Joyap is positive all the time. It has a clear logic. So you go from basic to advanced easily due to the proper guidance, yeah, that Datuk Joy will guide you through this. And you take it, you go, and everything is just absolutely clear, right? And she's saying that she retired in 2006, where her husband and her, they decided to develop some kind of community who is going for better health, all right? So I need Feng Shui to teach people that they can change their life completely and become what they want to be. Wow, that is like actually quite a
Quite
meaningful
life-changing.
life purpose, right? To
Quite
have,
life-changing, yes.
yeah, to kind of inspire transformation in others. Mm.
Yes, that's what our company did, right? To transform others' life. Okay.
Mm.
So of course, okay, for those who like to learn feng shui, join us for the rest of the part, okay? Because this is something like you could similarly like Maria, okay, you could teach people and of course to change their life completely. And you will be more happy when you heard that because you help the persons to
Mm.
transform their life. All right.
Exactly.
So Janice, let's move on, okay?
Yeah. Okay. So, right, this is about, right, after feeling stuck for so long, would a feng shui program actually make a difference? What do you think, Taurus?
Yeah, of
Or
course.
just another idea?
Yeah, if you have been stuck for so long, then
Mm.
definitely this is something that suits you, okay? Because you have already stuck for too long. You need this to make a difference, okay? I heard one of the theory, right? When you are here, I mean when you are in the bottom or you have stuck in some place for so long, okay? Even though how or even though what you do or what just your action is confirmed to be higher, okay? Which means it confirmed is an at once move for you, okay? Really stuck from there for so long. So what's stopping you from moving to the point B,
Yeah.
right? If you are in point A for so long, then the problem for you and the thing that you need to do is you need to move from point A to point B in the shortest time, right? So yes, of course, and Feng Shui is the thing that could help you to move to point B in the shortest time. All right. So yeah, let's see this testy from Mia. Okay. Feng Shui Academy changed my life. Okay. I was stuck for a long time before I found this program back in 2017. The program has grown so much and looks even more polished now. I'm really happy for those of you who have just joined. All adventures begin with a yes. Go for it if you can afford it, or just find a way like I did. It's tough, but nothing worthy is ever easy. All right. So this is a great
Mm.
command from Mia. Okay. Yes, as I said just now, if you have been stuck for so long, feng shui is the subject. It's one of the things that could change you. And after a few years, you look back, you will thank that you make the decisions in that this stucking moment. All right, in that stagnant moment, you make the right decisions. Okay, that's how it is. Okay, yeah,
Yeah, true. Because it's when you are down, right? When you are down, the only way is to go up.
yeah,
And
agree.
how you're able to do that is to make a decision. Yeah, make a decision that will actually help you to transform your life.
Yes,
So yeah.
that's the thing. Yeah, of course, this feng shui academy currently is not yet. Okay, I mean we
Mm,
haven't launched it yet.
yes.
So and if you are if you are stuck for so long and you are
Mm,
stagnant right now, so one of the things that you need to do right now is join us for the rest of the part of our life force energy. Okay. And
yeah.
of course, if you would like to make a further step way more better to learn and to give you a mindset on feng shui, yeah, feel free to join us for the VIP sessions, okay? Because that is to prepare you into our feng shui, okay? Into our Joey up feng shui, all right? So,
Yes. And for the Q&A, you can also ask us questions, yeah, related to what is being taught during the 5 parts training session. So the VIP session, because not everyone are able to join, since it's a paid version, right? And which means the makes the experience more exclusive,
oh
right? And
yeah,
yeah.
this remind me on something, okay? So if you have been stuck for so long
Mm,
or stagnant for so long, one of the thing that you need to do is the sense of urgency, okay? So if you would like to take the leap of faith to join us for the VIP, okay, better be quick, okay, because we will be closing it very soon. All right. So this is something that you would not need to miss lah. All right, I would say.
yes.
Okay, yeah. Janice, any add-on? No. If
Yeah,
no,
I think we've
then
covered this part
yeah, we have covered
perfectly.
completely. All right, so let's
Yes.
move on. So yeah, Janice, for someone renting or living in a single room studio, is meaningful change even possible without major property changes? What's your point of view?
Well, yes, right? Even a minor change can make a difference, right? It doesn't have to be like a major renovation or stuff like that. Okay, it doesn't have to be. Because essentially your studio, you can still overlay the 24 mountain compass on it, and you're still able to identify your favorable sectors direction. For example, the identity palace, right, which has been covered in session 1 of the life force energy. So identity palace, just to give you guys like a quick summary, right, is your self-identity palace, right, where it determines your confidence, self-esteem, and also the way you view yourself, right? So knowing where your identity palace is within your living area, you're able to put more focus in that area. Like for example, if it's cluttered, then you can tidy it up, because essentially a cluttered space, it also causes you to be disorganized, right? So it
Yeah.
causes you to be disorganized.
Janice, okay,
Yeah.
since you talk about identity palace, right? There's a
Mm.
questions in Instagram from Carrot Cack. If
Yeah.
identity palace,
Carrot. Okay.
yeah, if identity palace in a double-story house is neat on one floor and messy on the other, how would it affect the feng shui?
It will still affect the overall palace, right? If let's say the first floor, right? First floor is messy. First floor is neat, and then the other floor is messy. So it means that you will have both the positive and the negative effect, right? You will experience both the negative and the positive. Because the first floor and the second floor, they are of the same sector. Okay, they are of the same sectors. So
Yeah,
make
so
sure both floors are tidy. Yeah.
yeah, all right. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so
Mm.
make sure both floor is tidy. So
Yes.
yeah, Janice, regarding this, right?
Mm.
Do you have any story to share with us, like living in a single room studio?
Wow.
How does it change? Okay, if I'm not mistaken, you're also single room studio, right?
Yes, before this, I think like 1 year
Yes.
ago,
I see. All right.
right? I have a personal story to share, and this is a true story. So 1 year ago, I live in a studio apartment, and the feng shui there wasn't great, right? It was bad. It was bad over there because it's nearby a KTM railway track.
Okay.
It's right nearby the railway track. So KTM railway is a negative features in feng shui, right? Just to give you like a idea of what is negative and positive in feng shui. So within half year of moving in, right, I experienced 5 times of water water cut.
Oh my
Right?
God.
Yeah, 5 times of water cut within 2 months. So I can't stay in my studio apartment, so I have to rent a hotel outside, which
Okay.
cost me to spend quite a lot of money, right? Quite a lot of money. And Taurus knows about this. Yeah, I
Yeah, yeah.
remember texting him about, okay, because my entire studio apartment is flooded with water leakage. And I show him the video and I ask him, hey, do you think, Chiman is able to help me in this? So Chiman is we leave it for another day, right? So yes, it was terrible. And eventually I did end up moving out, right? I did end up moving out because I found a new place. And this new place is thankfully, right, more supportive of it has a more supportive environment. So yes, now I'm actually doing better. Yeah, doing better
Yeah.
now.
So yeah, basically you're also renting, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically means if you are renting a place, okay, or a room, okay,
Mm,
so you need to know beforehand to select a great room lah, I
yes,
would say. Yeah, so that
definitely.
in order to avoid all those conflict or those
Yeah.
circumstances lah. Like Jenny is okay.
Yes.
You
You
didn't use
don't
feng
want
shui
to.
right before that.
I didn't actually check out the feng shui. That was like the major mistake. I
Yeah,
did because
that's
I
the thing.
went to view the unit at night. So I couldn't really see
Ah.
the landform.
No
Ha.
wonder
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. So guys, okay, did you learn a lesson from here? Okay. So when you select a
Mm.
property or when even you are renting a room, okay, look at the feng shui first, okay, or else
Yes.
it's like
Or
a
else you're gonna end up like me, wasting
yeah,
money and your energy.
yeah. And most important, come on, man, water cut for 5 times, man.
Yes. 5 times
So
within 2 months.
yeah, within 2 months, man.
Yes.
So
Yes.
to avoid all this, better to
Mm.
check out for the feng shui first, okay, before you rent a room or a house, okay. And
Mm.
of course, for those who don't know how to how to see about a feng shui, whatever we share just now, okay,
Mm.
feel free to join us and we encourage you to join us for the rest of the part of our life force energy, okay? Because
Yes.
yeah, even though we know feng shui, sometimes we didn't use it and end up is the disaster for us lah. So therefore, if we learn the lessons and we know we need to use the feng shui
Yeah.
before
And
selecting the property.
yes, and even if you know Feng Shui, right? Even if you already learn the basics, all that you need to know, but when you learn it again, right, it gives you a different perspective.
Yes,
It
true.
also help you to have a better clarity, right? When you learn it again.
Yes, true,
Mm.
true. Yeah. And yeah, regarding this, actually I also have one of a story, but I will share later. Okay, why not we
Yeah,
brief on one of the testee from Paul, the
sure.
student?
So this is from Paul, right? Paul Lai. So he's saying that I've done feng shui on a very, very small scale because I didn't really know what to do. But in accordance to what I studied, I applied it and I could see things actually got better. Wow, that's great. It was a sector which I wanted to have more inspiration, more focus. And after I did that, I could actually do my work faster. I became productive. Yeah, and also, so overall, it's like he's saying that he used the good sector, right? He used the good sector and he's able to gain more focus and able to become more productive and spend more time with the family.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
like, yeah, that's really great. Mm.
This remind me about my own story, okay? My own personal
Yeah.
story, okay? This is me, okay? Yeah, and I agree with Paul that
Mhm.
actually you just focus on the sector that you need to use for, okay? That's actually comes out more productive and the effect is way more bigger than you could think of. Okay, this remind me about my own story lah. Okay, so 2 years ago, okay, I mean you see me so young, right? Okay, so basically I'm also a law student. Okay, when I was studying 2 years ago, that time my room, right? I also ran a room that time, right? Um, I didn't notice that my room actually is in a bad position lah. Okay, so therefore a lot of disasters comes in. Okay, you know what happened? Okay, I have a how to say I have a correct I have a how to
Argument?
yeah a deep argument is
Oh,
not just
should.
argument. Okay, I have one of secondary school mates. Okay, and he
Bestie, yeah.
also yeah, I mean,
Uh-huh.
not really bestie, but I mean, he's one of my secondary school mate lah. And also
Mhm.
we surprisingly we study in the same law school, okay, and we are the same assignment group mates, okay. And you know what? He is even my club vice president, okay. So therefore, we are like brothers lah, very 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 cool. And then
Mhm.
like every day staying together because we are also housemate, right? So
Oh.
and also assignment group mate, man. And also he's my club vice president, man. So you can imagine the relationship is how damn good lah. Okay. But one
Mm.
thing is, during that time, my room is in a bad position and my neighbor activated it lah, and I didn't aware of it. Then, the bad things comes in, okay? We have an argument, okay? And of course, at the end of the end up, okay, we have a quarrel, and then our assignment group is, I mean, he left our group lah, okay, because some of the things that we could not tolerate him, and
Mm.
also, but the thing does not end there, okay. The most important thing is, so in order to like somehow of a revenge lah, okay, so he do a lot of naysayers things I would say, okay. I have even been posted into the confessions, okay, by him and his gang of friends saying talking bad about me or saying that you cannot do events, all those things lah, something like that, okay. And even he tried with his friends and also to my friends, uh, you know, pushing them to sabotage for me and they want to make friends for me, okay? And of course, the housemate, because he's also my housemate, so at the end we did not run together lah. So I was like, oh, this must be something there happening. Okay. So immediately I select another room and I found out that, hey, yeah, this room is suitable for me and I need this energy. Okay. So immediately I move into the room. And surprisingly, because I did a feng shui audit by my own, okay, then that room is also my nobleman sector. Okay. So every day
Wow.
and I'm learning and working in my nobleman sector. So,
Mm.
just move in to the new unit, which I'm staying right now. Okay, everything changed, man. It just like surprisingly changed. Everything is moving and accelerating in a great way, okay? Because he just posted me in the confession saying that I don't know how to do the events, okay? And then because I'm in the nobleman sector of my own and I carry out the activities which I organize the event by my own, I'm the director. And of course I get our president's support, okay, the principal support, okay. And surprisingly, I won the awards, okay. I won the awards, which he beginningly saying that I don't know how to organize the event, but I won the award. My event beat his and even 300 others of the events in our uni lah. So this is the surprisingly just one click of change that I would like to share is when you just change your environment, everything will be changed, okay? Because you will be adapting in the energy that suits you, and that energy will push you forwards, okay? So that's the power of feng shui, okay? So this is really something that I would like to share. So for those who you are currently facing obstacles or you are being stuck at the moment for a long period of time, feng shui is one of the things that could entirely change your life. Okay. And we do encourage you guys to join us for the rest of the part of life force energy to discover the method of feng shui and experience it by your own, the power of feng shui. All right. So that's one of my
Yeah, wow.
story lah. Yeah. So Janice,
That's
any
like
more add
a
on?
very 180 degree of change, Taurus.
Yeah, just one
Yeah,
click, okay,
yeah.
just one click by just into the sector that
Mm-hmm.
benefits for you, okay?
Cool. Very cool.
All right,
Okay,
so let's proceed.
right. Let's proceed to the next one. Okay.
Yeah, okay, Janice. So
So,
for someone who
mm,
already knows a bit about feng shui, is there still something new to be learned here? What's your answer, Janice?
yes, definitely, right? Definitely there, because even if for experienced practitioner, they can still gain value, right? Because you knowing the formulas is not the same as reading how a space is shaping your daily life. Like for example, in part one of the life force energy session, um, through the identity palace, right? Because that place is connected with your true self. So it actually invites you to observe the function of the room, the condition, and the also the objects that are already there, right? Objects that are already present. So as Torres also mentioned in his sharing, right, just a tiny shift can create such a big transformation. So this is when the useful shift, right, is from you understanding the environmental triggers, right, and how to reduce the resistance, right? For example, the resistance from the people around you. For Taurus, is his classmate, right, his friend. So such familiar concept, it can become practical, right? Can become practical when viewed through a different lens. So sometimes the breakthrough that you will experience is not through another technique, right? It's not through another advanced technique, but is seeing an existing space with greater clarity, right? That is what will make a difference.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
to add on, okay, for me, I think of course, there will be something new to learn here, okay? Because you know the phrase, we don't have a limit on learning, right? Because every time we learn something, confirm we get something new that inspired us. Okay, like
Yeah.
example for Janice, your story, right? Just now the about the landform of feng shui, that one is more higher level. Okay, like for my story, mine that one it's more on the internal feng shui. Okay, we have
Yes.
internal, external feng shui, all these things. Okay, and
Mm.
this is something that of course there will be more advanced than this, okay? And of course, there are lots in feng shui, okay? There's like flying stars, eight mansions, and also purple white script, all these things, okay? Like that's a lot to learn, okay? So if you are just know a bit of feng shui, maybe like just flying stars or eight mansions, okay? You believe me, okay? It's not there
It's
enough.
not the end yet, right? It's
Yeah,
not the
it's not
end
the
of
end yet.
learning.
Yeah, there's still a long way
Yes.
journey go through for feng shui, okay?
Cool.
Yeah, I
Let's look at
think
the testy
yeah, let's look
moment.
at that.
Mm. So this is from Louise, right? She's saying, thanks, right? Thanks so much. Even though I'm at an intermediate level, I had an aha moment, right? Learning how to match the stars with my TNE, which is the nobleman. So, right, Wu Gui Shen Qi, those are the favorable sectors, right? This is according to your 八字. And further on, you'll be learning about this in the upcoming session, right? So do sign up for the VIP. So I just moved into a new place. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here and to attend Change Your Feng Shui, Change Your Life. So this is our previous program, right? Currently is the Life Force Energy. So yeah, do join us, right? To personally experience what Louise herself has experienced, right? Through this um, 5 parts training.
Yeah, true. And
Mm.
this relates to one of the from Rohit in
Yeah.
YouTube. Okay, I live in an apartment on the third floor. Can these principles still be applied directly in my apartment? Okay, totally fine.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah, you know, Rohit, as we just shared, like me and Janice, okay, we stay in an apartment, right? So
Mm.
no matter how many floors, okay, it's totally fine to apply for feng shui, okay? Even it's a room, okay, like how we use feng shui for, okay, that's already can transform your life, okay? And of course, to add on to these questions, which is is there something new to be learned here? Yes, of course, there will be a lot more to cover in feng shui, okay?
Yes, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah,
Right? There are still more.
just one of the yeah, tip of the iceberg, okay? And
Mm.
the thing is, you guys just joined us for part one, okay? We still have part two, three, and four, and also part five for VIP, okay? So if you are serious to learn about feng shui and don't want to miss something that really could change your life, okay? So I would highly encourage you to join us for the VIP, okay? Because you know we are closing it very soon. All
Yes,
right?
very soon.
Yeah. I think just one or 2 days more for them only for VIP. So if you would like
Mm.
to join us for part five, okay? So do join us before it ends, okay? All right. So Janice, when a Bazi
Okay.
chart isn't especially strong, is a person's situation still changeable through feng shui, or is destiny fixed regardless? What's your point of view?
Wow. So this is about a weak 八字 chart, right? When it comes to for a person. So I feel like a 八字 chart it tells you about your potential, right? And your strengths. But it's not something permanent, right? It's not something fixed. And on the other hand, right, feng shui does not replace, right? It does not replace the natal chart. It's just it just provide a supportive environment that can enhance the favorable potential in your chart by reducing the friction and to mitigate serious challenges, right? It helps you to overcome certain challenges more easier, right? It helps you to find your nobleman. It helps you to find your helpful people. Just like in our 八字 chart, right? We have nobleman animal sign and nobleman sector. So those are what you can apply when it comes to feng shui. All right. So what I think is 八字 is like the vehicle, right? Just like a car. A car you are given, but the feng shui is the road, right? Feng shui is the road and your surrounding condition, right? Surrounding condition. So the vehicle, which is your 八字 chart, it matters, right? It matters, but so do your external environment. So do what is around you. It matters as well, right? Because it helps you to travel more smoothly. If the road is smoother, then you don't have to worry about, you have to keep avoiding the bumpy road or the bumps. Yeah. So if your chart, okay, if your chart is like it's a weak, right? It's a weak or it's not as favorable, but not to worry, right? You can still gain meaningful progress, right? Especially when the environment is working in your favor, right? Working in your favor, and that's how it's able to support your 八字 chart at the same time.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, just a reminder for those
Mm.
who asking about how to draw the sectors, all these things, okay? Our apologies here because today's sessions we will not be covering on how to draw these sectors, okay? It will
Yes.
be covered in the VIP Q&A, okay? If you are VIP, because that one is definitely covered in VIP Q&A because we here in the live right now is impossible for us to guide you on how to draw the sector or how to find the
Yeah.
point lah. It's difficult for us, okay? So we will highly
Yes.
encourage you to join us for the VIP. And during the VIP Q&A, I'm sure that you will learn how to find out the center point or how to draw the sectors correctly, okay? So our apologies in this type of questions, okay? So of course, if you have any questions, feel free to type in the chat box as well,
Yes.
so that when we see it, we will answer your questions, or else
Mm.
later after we have covered these FAQ sessions, then we will pick a few questions to answer as well. All right.
Yeah. And they can also actually go to joyyap.com resources, right, to check out the tutorial video.
Oh yeah, that's the
Yes.
thing. Yeah, yeah. Actually, for those who asking for
Mm.
how to draw the sectors, yeah, better that you join us for the. I mean, check out for the resources,
Yes.
joeyup.com resources to have the video tutorials by Datuk himself, so that
Mm.
you will know how to draw the sectors exactly. All
Yes.
right.
And you can take your sweet time, yeah, to watch it through again and
Yeah.
again.
All
All right.
right.
So,
So. Yeah, all right. Maggie Lai. Okay, so destiny lies in our hands, even if our budget chart isn't ideal. It's our determination and actions that can transform our lives. Okay, by using feng shui at the right time and place, we can create positive change, just like Dr. Joey's story shared at the beginning of the class. It serves as an inspiring example on how perseverance and timing can shape our journey. Yeah, exactly.
mm.
Okay, so. Uh, Even the budget chart shows that there's a lot of maybe clashes, harm, all those things. Okay, you can always use the feng shui to create another change for you. All right. So yeah, that is it. Okay.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah. So therefore, feng shui is one of the subject that could ease and help you if you are stuck or even you are
Mm.
facing some kind of challenges right now. Okay, this is something that it could really can change your life lah. All right. So yeah. All right, Janice, when it comes to superstitious versus data, where does feng shui actually fall? So is it superstitious or is it backed up by data?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a superstition, right? Because Feng Shui is something practical. Because if it doesn't work, then why does moving out of a negative environment it changes your life, right? For instance, for my case and for Taurus, we were in a negative place, right? We were in a place with a negative Feng Shui, and we experienced the negative effects of the environment. So as soon as we move out from that place, we started to experience a smoother progress, right? Smoother progress. So this is more of the the practical things that you can see and you can experience, right? Even though there is no actual data, right? There's no actual data to prove it. But if you were to ask people who have practiced feng shui and the effects that they experience, is enough to tell you, right, whether it works or it's just a superstition. Yeah. What about you, Taurus?
Yeah, so basically, feng shui or metaphysics, uh, is not a science, right? You
Mm.
know what's called metaphysics, right? We have a subject called physics, but when metaphysics, it sounds like more greater, okay? And I heard one word, the end of the science is actually the pseudoscience, okay? Basically, is the and 科学的尽头就是玄学了, okay? The end of the science is the metaphysics, okay?
Metaphysics. Yes.
Yeah, somehow, you know, feng shui, it cannot be scientifically proven. Okay, of course, it's all about energy, right? Of course, we know that energy, there's a formula, okay, but you cannot calculate everything by formula, right?
Mm.
Like one of the example which Data always shares, okay, like love, okay, love is a type of energy, okay. So how do you calculate love? Okay, do you have a
Yeah.
formula to calculate love? Obviously, no, right? So that's the same thing in feng shui, okay? We don't have exactly formula to have a calculation or like we do the maths or
Mm.
mathematics to calculate whether your feng shui how many percent is here lah, or something like that lah, okay? But when you learn feng shui, okay, actually we could support it by the results that we have driven, okay, and the results that we have achieved, not only by us, okay, not only by Dato, it's also throughout the students who have learned feng shui from us, okay. So that results is somehow a data to support for feng shui, okay. And feng shui's history is more than 5,000 years ago, all right. So there's a lot of data which is supporting for feng shui, okay. And for me, I don't think this is superstitious. But of course, you need to learn the right feng shui lah, ha. Okay, there are different type of feng shui. Like someone saying, "Oh,
Yes.
today you need
Different
to
schools of feng
wear."
shui.
Yeah, those who saying or asking you to wear red color, black color.
Yeah.
That one is to superstition lah. Okay,
Mm-mm.
not ours lah. Okay,
Yeah.
if you know the real feng shui, then I would say there will be a lot of data to supporting it. Okay, but if you learn the wrong feng shui, like where to wear, what color do you need to wear today? That one would be superstition,
Superstition.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so where do you learn a correct way of feng shui? Of course, join us for the rest of the part of our life force energy. All
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yep.
So
Don't miss out.
yeah, let's see this. Yeah, from
Yeah.
Isabel. Okay, I'm an engineer, so I like facts. I like data. Okay, Joey makes it so clear that you cannot get lost. It's just to the point. It works. The results are there. It's very practical, simple to the point. It's very clear and specific. Okay, and not just only from Isabel. Okay, me alone. I'm studying law, man. Okay, lawyers like facts, figures, and data, right? Okay, we need to argue on every evidence. Okay, so and you see, today I'm not just only a law student, I'm also a resident consultant here. So that one actually feng shui it works. Okay, the results are there, and yes, it is practical and straight to the point with our YYour feng shui system. All right, so it's very clear and very specific for you to learn about it. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jenny, is this question to you? Is eight mentions really just a beginner method, or can it hold its own against the more advanced feng shui system? Yeah, so Jenny, why not you explain a little bit for those beginners here, what is eight mentions? Yeah.
Well, eight mention is another application of feng shui, right? For example, we have flying star, eight mention. And when it comes to eight mention, what is being covered in session one, right? The Identity Palace, for those of you who didn't join, Identity Palace is one of the eight mentions, right? One of the eight mentions. So eight mention, as a beginner, of course, you would need to learn it. What is it mean? What does it mean? And of course, how which sectors are favorable to you, and which one is unfavorable. And of course, that will be according to your Bazi chart, right? And in terms of can it hold its own, right? Can it hold its own against the more advanced feng shui system? Yes, it can, right? But it is just another layer of application, right? Just one of the layers. Because in feng shui application, we have multiple layers stacked together so that you're able to gain the maximum effects. And it mentioned is just one of the layers, right? We also have the flying star layer, right? We're having the flying star application. And flying star, even we have annual flying star. And we also have the natal flying star. Okay, that would be more for intermediate level.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
Jenny, yeah, so basically, to sum up, basically
Mm,
Jenny is mentioning we have a lot of system in feng shui lah. Okay,
yes.
of course, it's just like how you play a game, right? Come on, man. Of course, we have beginner,
Mm,
intermediate, semi-pro, professional,
pro.
world class, legendary, all
Yeah.
those things, right? Actually, it's the same thing in feng shui. Okay, like what you are learning right now, like the identity palace. I would say it's easy and is beginner friendly methods. Okay, but if you say whether does it have the effects, I would guarantee you, yes, even just a small thing in feng shui, like even just for me, okay, even I just have a simply switch of my room, the results is different, okay? So that's the thing, okay? Don't underestimate that eight mention is not important, or the beginner the beginner level is not important, okay?
Mm,
Sometimes a basic or a fundamental or a foundation method can already give you the results for you to
yeah,
achieve
that's very
the,
true.
the thing that you want. Okay, so I would say yes, there are of course more advanced feng shui systems, but it mentions is a beginner friendly versions. Okay, and you can always use it to create the miracles by your own. Okay, and of course if you want to advance, then you learn more advanced lah. Of course the advance is more greater lah. All right.
Mm-hmm. Greater effects. Okay. Now we have a testimonial from Jane, right? She's saying that, okay, I have been studying feng shui for a while, right? Even at YYour Academy. I always consider the eight mentioned a lesser form of feng shui until the most incredible feng shui blueprint ever. So the explanation helped me realize how it fits into the universe of metaphysical feng shui as a systemic power. So this proof on once again, there's always more to learn about understanding the universe power. Wow. Right. Yeah, because it mentioned is even though it's a beginner friendly, right, as what we mentioned, but you cannot go further, you cannot advance when you haven't covered the foundation, right? So it mentioned it's just like the foundation of a building. It ensures that the building is able to be standing firmly. It ensures that you are using the right sector to support your activities, right? So even starting from the beginning, the beginner's level. And when you're able to unlock the favorable outcome, right, that's when you're able to advance further to the further part of the application. Yeah.
Yeah, so of course, want to learn more further, join us for the rest of the
Yes.
part, right?
Mm-mm.
All right, so yeah,
Okay.
years of being stuck in the same patterns, can anything truly shift the energy for lasting change? Yeah. What's your opinion, Janice?
Well, this is quite similar to the previous question, yeah, where they feel stagnant.
Yeah,
They
so
feel
basically,
stuck at
yeah.
where they're at, right? Okay, can anything truly shift? So this is by Raymond, yeah, from Raymond C. So he's saying that it took me 4 years of joining several YYour courses to change my energy into what it is today. So I no longer get bogged down by external factors because I trust my inner energies to not only pull through but thrive. That's an interesting perspective.
Yeah, that's the thing,
Yeah.
okay?
Mm.
So, yeah, actually we have already discussed
Yep.
previously now that if you are in stock, can this, I mean, does feng shui helps you to create the miracle or to change the circumstances
Mhm.
where you are currently right now, okay? And we have covered more than that. And yeah, this is Testy from Raymond, okay? After learning and joining for Datuk's courses that really changed him, okay, from where he is until right now, okay, as I shared just now, okay, feng shui is the thing that could help you from point A to point B in the shortest time, okay, so with the greater results, okay, so yes, if you are stucking or if you are stagnant right now, feng shui is the thing that could helps you to shift it in favor for you,
Yeah.
okay. So that's the thing. All right. Let's move on. Yeah,
Okay.
full
Yeah.
renovations, expensive
Mhm.
decoration. Is that what practicing feng shui actually?
No. Right. The short answer is no.
No, okay. Yeah,
Yes.
could you elaborate more?
Well, for you to experience the effects, yeah, of feng shui, it doesn't require to go as far as full renovation, right? And expensive decor, like what we mentioned earlier, the toad, the golden rooster, those sort of things. In fact, one of the biggest outcome or one of the biggest change that you can experience can just be as simple as changing room, right? Remember Taurus did mention like
Yeah.
earlier part where this is actually a testimonial from our client, one of our clients, where in the household, right, the sons always fight with each other. So did Dato recommend them to renovate their house, right? Or to buy like a 10,000 ornaments? No.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but what did Dato advise? Change room.
Just
Just
change
as
the
simple as
room. Yeah.
that. Yeah, just change room.
Just change the room, yeah.
Mm.
And not just only that, okay. Remember my story, I also experienced it my own, okay.
Mm.
By just changing a room, the results different. It's totally changed, okay. So not every time is regarding renovations or decoration now, okay. Come on, feng shui is not an interior design. Okay, feng shui
Yeah.
is feng shui, okay. Interior design is interior design. It's two different thing, okay. So yeah, and like the comment from Cliff, okay? Yeah, so why should someone take up feng shui? Firstly, there's no harm, right? There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. Come on, yeah, there's nothing to lose for you,
Yes.
okay? But with just one actions, it could help you gain and create the results for you that you want, okay? So there's nothing to lose for you, okay? And it's simple, okay? It's very small actions, okay? Yeah, you don't even have to knock on the wall. You don't even need to buy any water features or any statues or any bamboo, okay? Just simple actions, okay? You could do for that one is able to practice for Feng Shui already, all right? So that's the thing, okay? So I think if you are having doubt on practicing Feng Shui, the thing is not uh not the actions is stopping you, okay? Is your knowledge in Feng Shui is not that enough, okay? But so in order to fill the gap out, okay, so join us for the rest of the part of our life force
Yes.
energy, and you will
5 part
definitely
training.
absorb the knowledge
Mm.
of Feng Shui that could help you. And of course, if you are serious and would like to know further, okay, join us for the VIP, okay? Because VIP is the safe community, okay, together with all those Feng Shui interested practitioner and students, okay, to learn together as a community, okay? So you guys will share the ideas, and of course, our consultants will be the one who guiding you guys and answering the questions in terms of Feng Shui to help you, okay? So yeah, why don't we move on, Janice,
Yeah.
okay?
Let's see the next questions. Okay, this is about reports of the eight-mention system being unreliable. Does that still hold up or is it still useful today?
Uh,
Okay,
yeah,
wow,
if
so this
one,
is saying that eight-mention is being unreliable, but let's move on to the testimonial because there's no context to it. Okay. So by Henry is saying that biggest takeaway from these 2 days, I was amazed by the practical way Joey taught the eight-mention system. I had been told by another master that eight-mention wasn't effective, but Joey explained it in a totally different, mind-blowing approach, simple explanation, yet straight to the point, with insights on using the yin sector in a positive way. The framework is phenomenal and super effective. This is truly life transforming. Okay. Well, there are some saying that okay, immersion is not effective, right? Due to the fact that it is not according, first thing, it's not according to the annual energy alignment, right? For example, annual energy alignment would be the flying star, right? And just to give you like a brief summary, the annual flying star, right? It changes sectors every year, right? It changes sectors every year. For example, for this year, there are a total of 9 stars in total. For example, in the south for this year is where the annual star 5 is. So for next year, right, it will be star 4 in the south sector. So that is the difference. However, in 8 mention, the sectors, for example, the social identity sectors, it will be in the same sector forever. It doesn't change, right? For the 8 mention. So it's not saying that it's unreliable, but it depending on how you layer it with other methods, right? So it's like a layering effects. So if
yeah,
you want to solely use 8 mention, then of course the result wouldn't be exceptional. But if you to layer it with those other methods, then yes, it will be more
yeah. Hey,
powerful.
Janice, yeah,
Mm.
thanks for your opinion, okay? Because I I'm just afraid that they don't know what is about the annual all those things lah. Okay,
Yeah, that's why I give them
so
like a summary of the 9 flying star. So hopefully they don't get lost, right?
yeah, it's okay.
Mm.
Let me sum up a little bit in this part. Okay, so basically, it mentions is reliable, as I
Mm.
say. Okay, in our feng shui system, we have different types of systems. Okay, it mentions is the beginner friendly. Okay, and then we have flying stars. We have different part.
Yes.
Okay, so it's just like yeah, as how you play a game lah. Okay, when you are in the beginner and intermediate mode, of course you would like to go on to a semi-pro and professional and the legendary mode, right? So when you are learning throughout the journey of feng shui, of course, you will learn as much as you could,
Mm.
whatever methods that could help you. in the future. Okay,
Yeah.
so it mentions, as I said, is the foundations and the basics. Okay, and this basic never underestimate the basics. Okay, because the basics is the thing that could easily helps you to create the results. Okay, like what we shared just now. Dato have one of the stories. Okay, which is just with a simple move of switching the room of the brothers. Okay, and the relationships are way more stronger. Like they
Yes.
already strengthen the relationships of the
Mm.
brotherhood lah. Okay, and also as my own story. Okay, just a simple switching of the room. Okay, which we of course is the immersion system, and then just a simple switch. Okay, that's already create a great results. Okay, so it's reliable. Okay, and it's useful. All right, but there are
There are
more
limitations
further,
to
there are
it.
limitations, and
Yes.
of course there will be more further advanced systems that could
Mm.
help you to clear the gaps. Okay,
Yes.
all right,
Okay.
so how about
Right.
this income career path? Can feng shui genuinely move the needle on these, or does it all come down to luck and direction? So what's your opinion, Janice?
Well, feng shui does has an influence, right, on those aspects. It's not just about luck, right? For sure, it's not just about luck. And is it about direction? Yes, it can be related to your favorable direction in feng shui, right? There are also direction that favors you. There are also sectors that favor you. And so it's more of the external influence, right? The influence of the feng shui and also the internal space of the house itself. And the right space will actually provide you the elevation, right, that you need. Could be in your career, right? A smoother work progress in your studies, you're able to focus more. Right? Whenever you're in that room, you're able to focus more, absorb more knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, of
So,
course. Feng Shui is not just about luck or direction, okay? It's way more beyond that, okay? So, that one is how to Feng Shui basically is the how could we adapt into the environmental energy to make it as a catalyst to 10 times enhance our results way more easier and faster. Okay, so that's feng shui, all right. So yeah, of course, do join us for the rest of the part of the life force energy so that you will know how feng shui really works. All right.
yes.
So yeah.
Okay. So the next part, okay, is about having felt more confused than helped by online feng shui courses before. Would this program actually be easier to apply, Taurus?
Obviously, yes, okay, as we have mentioned just now, okay, where should you learn a real feng shui practical way? Okay, of course, from Joey, right? Because we are the authority, right? So, and this life
Yeah.
force energy, actually, we have already planned it out and scheduled it out with way more user friendly and easy to apply. Okay, like how the testimonies from all those students which give us. Okay, it's easy to apply, and after you learn it, you can apply it immediately, and
Mm.
it's totally user friendly. All right. So yeah, as also from Florence, okay. Joey, you take the complexity out of feng shui. You make it easy to follow. You are by far the best teacher I've come across. I've done an online course on feng shui before, but still feel like I made no progress. Okay. Yeah. Of course, I know. How many of you, if you have already signed up other feng shui courses from other teachers, okay, and you still feel you don't know what is it about, like Florence, okay, type of one in the chat box, okay, if you already feel that, okay. So yeah, and continue with Florence, the testimony, okay, with your teaching, I finally feel I'm moving forward. I'm now planning to get the plastic overlay to plot the energy in my room. I really want to turn things around and manifest much more. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, okay? So yes, okay, basically, I do understand that there's a lot of online feng shui courses out there that actually would make especially for those beginners to confuse about what is feng shui, okay? So therefore, our feng shui program, especially like this life force energy, is specifically designed to all of the beginners and of course for those intermediate as well. And we specifically design it to be applied easily. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's beginner friendly for you.
beginner
All right.
friendly
Yeah.
guidelines. So
Jenny, is any add-on for you?
well, yeah, I think definitely, yeah, join us for the second session will be tomorrow 8 p.m. And if even if you are intermediate learner, right, there are still you can still gain like a different perspective when it comes to learning, relearning it again, right, and apply it in with more clarity. And if you are a beginner, then it's even more perfect. Like what Torres say, this 5 parts training is curated for beginners so that you're able to follow through easily, right, in a practical way and able to experience the result. That would be the most crucial part, right? Easy to learn and able to gain the result.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
so to join
And
us.
and one more additional thing, yeah. One of the thing is we have the VIP Q&A, and that
Mm,
Q&A is specifically designed for those who need to know how to you easily apply for feng shui, okay? Because there will be a lot of questions from the community and from the students to ask the professionals, okay? How actually could I apply for feng shui, okay? And of course, I guarantee you, if you join that VIP Q&A, you will know how to apply feng shui easily, okay? And how to create the results of applying feng shui, all right? So Janice, let's move on.
yes, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this is even after a lifetime of hearing about feng shui, it can still feel complicated, right? Can it actually be simplified into something practical?
Yes, okay.
Yes, it can.
I understand this concern because I don't know about you, Janice, okay, but
Mm,
before when I first time learn feng shui, I also have this in my mind. Wow, so complicated one. Can I simplify everything into one maybe cheat sheet or whatever thing lah? Yeah.
yeah.
Do you have that in your mind when you first time learning feng shui?
Yes.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
for the first time, yes, yeah, because especially when I first look at the what do you call that? The compass, right? There
yeah.
are a lot of degrees and then sectors, the animal sign, as well as the other what do you call it? The guac, right? The guac.
Yeah,
So yes,
when I first time see the compass, I also burning.
yes,
I mean, I also headache, man.
yeah, yeah,
How the hell, man? The compass, like in Chinese word zone, right?
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah, okay. So we understand your concern. Okay,
Mm,
basically, yes. First time learning feng shui, it might feel complicated. We do understand. Okay, we
mm,
are the one who experienced it before. So therefore, we are here to help you guys to simplify it into something which is way more practical and way more easier for you to understand. Okay, because we have go through it before. So therefore, we are here to save you and help you
yes.
to simplify it. Okay.
Mm. Help you to
Okay.
learn easily, right?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
Frank. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Jenny.
Frank is saying, okay, I grew up in a Chinese society, hearing stories and statement about feng shui. So it's not a new term, yeah, to me, but I always felt that it was hard to understand and full of difficult terms, like what we mentioned. My aha moment after listening to part one and part two from Dr. Joey was realizing it's actually easier to catch on and practical enough that I may finally be able to make my house feng shui work for me and my family. That's like the biggest takeaway, right? That you can get is yes, yeah, at first it seems complicated because there are a lot of things that you are unfamiliar with. So, but as you go through, right, as you go through the stages, step by step, right, as how Dato would guide you through, and with when you go through step by step and you understand, yeah, instead of just trying to memorize, so you understand and you apply it, yeah, you start applying it, and
Yeah.
that's when you would experience the result, right? The result. So it can be as simple as tidying up the space, right? Cleaning up the space and feel the immediate good vibes. Yeah, the immediate good vibes. And eventually, right, whenever you learn about Feng Shui, there also has to be an output, right? Output is when you apply what you have learned, the practical part, and you test that theory and you experience the changes, right? So that's how you know, oh, Feng Shui actually works because you test it out. Yeah. Yeah, what about you, Taurus?
Yeah, so that's the thing, okay?
Mm,
Because we have gone through it as we have shared just now. So therefore, we are here to simplify it for you. And you know, one of the thing, if you think that already hard to catch up, right?
yeah.
Always we have a VIP Q&A, okay, to help you and to equip you with the feng shui beginner knowledge. And from all those questions from the floor, I guarantee you confirm that you will learn something that it helps your easy
Mm,
journey in feng shui. And of course, as Janice mentioned just now, okay, you know, when we learning, right, we need to have input and output learning, okay? So
yes.
that's why feel free to always grab your study buddy, okay, to join us because you need to have the input after you learn from Dato, which is the input, then you need to have the output together with your study buddy, do your homework, all those things, okay, and use the feng shui, okay, and of course, all the output like asking the questions in our VIP Q&A, okay, it will also be a, a sequence of learning for you, all right?
Mm,
So yeah, and then we have one comment from Facebook
yeah. Sakura?
from the quote, yeah, Dadu
Yeah.
Joey says something that in my head, which has a interesting impact. Okay,
Mm,
choose knowing, choose learn rather than staying I don't know or I'm confused. Okay, because choosing knowing moves you forward. Okay,
yeah.
yes. Okay, sure.
Precisely.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, we do agree. Yeah, it's the thing. Okay,
Mm,
you need to choose the actions to learn and you have the curiosity to know about it. That one is the one of the small tiny move that could move you forward, okay? Rather than staying there, I don't know, I'm confused, no one help me. Rather than being that, okay? Take the actions and choose to learn and take the initiative to join our community, okay? By joining the VIP, you could learn way more faster and way more greater together with the crowd, okay?
yes.
Yeah,
There's
yes,
also
and
another
also
one,
from
Sebastian.
Sebastian, from Sebastian in
Yeah.
Instagram. Okay, I changed the position of my homework desk. I feel like I have more motivation and momentum. Yes,
Wow. That's
Sebastian.
awesome.
That's awesome, all right. That's
Mm,
what we say, the input and output learning, all right, Sebastian. I'm glad that you
yeah.
changed the position of your homework desk and you feel the motivations
Mm,
and momentum, okay? That's just one of the simple actions that could really change around the results, all right? Like how Sebastian in Instagram comment, all right? So remember, do join us for the rest of the part of Life Force Energy, especially tomorrow, okay, which is part 2 of the Life Force Energy, all right? Because like just Sebastian mentioned, just the changing a homework desk, you already feel more momentum and
yeah.
motivations, okay? So with learning more and more advanced feng shui, I'm sure that you will see the results, okay? All right.
Even more than what you're experiencing now, right? It will be even more. Okay,
Okay, so let's
let's
move
move
on,
on
Janice.
to the next question.
Oh yeah. There's
All
no
right,
more
that
questions.
was our last one.
Yeah.
Okay, that was our last one. So yes, now we are open to the floor. Yeah, we'll take question from
Yeah,
the
before that,
comments.
before we take the comments, why not
Yes.
we introduce this first, okay? We have greatly introduced this just now, okay? Which is the
Yeah.
part two, okay? Align, okay? Remember part one, you have been awakened, okay, and learn something like the identity palace and nobleman sector, all those things, all right? And part two is about aligning your personal power and sync with the environment, okay? So like Sebastian, okay, I'm glad that just now you take the actions like moving the desk, okay,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
you already will feel the energy, the momentum, and the motivation, okay. And this is the thing that you should not miss out for, which is part two, the alignment, all right. So which happens tomorrow 8 p.m. Okay, so remember to save your calendar and join us tomorrow, as this is something that you should not be missed. Okay, and of course, for those who are asking, and for those who would like to take a one more initiative step to learn more about feng shui and easily equip yourself with feng shui, okay, do sign up our VIP Q&A, okay, because we have the replay for you, and most importantly is the VIP Q&A where you could gain a lot of questions of the floor. Remember, input and output learning, okay, you learn together with the community and guide by the professionals consultants to address your concerns and address your questions about feng shui. All right. So yeah. Now we will open to the floor for a few questions lah. All right.
Yes.
So if you guys have any
For a few
questions,
questions.
yeah, to send in the YouTube
Mm.
or Facebook or Instagram. So to connect with us, okay, and we will address a few questions from the floor.
All right, let's check the live chat. Okay, from YouTube. Okay. All right, I scroll back to the comment and there's one from Julius Modesto, right?
Okay.
So he's saying about like my identity palace southeast pointing to my cabinet, right? Near my balcony sliding door. So is the balcony also included? Okay. So we gotta know whether it's a high rise or it's a landed, right? High rise or landed. So for high rise, usually, right, the balcony is part of the internal layout, right? It's part of the internal layout. And yes, it will be included, but for landed, right? Landed sometimes the balcony is something external, right? Something external is not enclosed, it's not an enclosed space. Therefore, it may not be considered as the internal layout, right, of the floor plan. Okay. So yes, do we have any other questions?
Wait, I'm
Yeah.
looking back the chat. Yeah, that's a questions from Harry K 71 in YouTube. I'm renting a room only. Can I do feng shui only my room as other part of house I cannot control of it? Yeah, Harry K. Yeah. If you have listened to our sharing just now by me and Janice, yes, the answer is yes. Okay. You
Yeah.
can do always you can do feng shui in your room, okay? Like for
Mm.
me, even though I'm renting a room in my hostel, okay, of course I do some feng shui on my room, right? Okay, because I know it now, right? So and of course, as we shared just now, okay, you can always do a feng shui in your room, okay? And it need not be in your house, okay? As long as there's a place, okay, even if you are renting the room, you can generate the energy by activating the feng shui in it, okay? But the question is, do you know how to activate it or not, okay? So if you don't know, I highly encourage you to join us for tomorrow sessions, okay? By how to align the energy of the room into your personal energy, all right? So that's how it works, okay? And of course, to answer your questions, the answer is yes, okay? And we do have a lot of methods to implement feng shui lah, okay? I would say, yeah.
Yeah, there are multiple methods, yeah, where you can amplify the space, right? Can amplify the space or even fix, right? Or even fix the space. So
Yeah,
amplify would be covered, yeah, in the upcoming session of our life force energy. So there's also session 3 where Dato will be talking about fixing, right? Fixing the feng shui of your room, of your house, right? And upcoming there'll be session 4 will be about activate, right? Activate. Remember the first few slides where our students did share about their experience of activating the water feature, the
yeah,
fire feature, right, Taurus? And they experience significant changes, right? They're able to gain wealth, yeah, increase wealth, increase their business opportunities. Yeah.
yes,
And
there's
also
a
part
lot.
5, right? Part 5 only for VIP, right, Taurus? Yeah, part 5 for VIP only, exclusive.
Mm.
So, which is multiply, right? How to 10x the effect of the space.
Yeah, and also, yeah, Harry, yeah, thank you for your questions as well, okay? And also, Harry, okay, if you are wondering like how do you do for the feng shui, of course, after you're learning maybe for tomorrow part, aligning to your personal power and you are having some questions on it, okay? Feel free to sign up for the VIP and we will address your questions in the VIP Q&A, okay? So that we could ease your applications of feng shui, which is more aligned to you, okay, during the VIP Q&A, all right?
Yes.
So yeah, that's for you, Harry, okay? So any more questions? Yeah, Janice, any more questions?
Not from YouTube, right? I don't see any from YouTube.
Yeah, there's a question, Janice, okay.
Yes.
In
Oh,
Facebook from
Facebook.
KK Tan, yeah,
Right.
okay. If I rent a
Rented a
room in
room.
my house
Hmm.
to another person's, do I take into consideration? Yeah, what's your opinion, Janice?
Well, if you're not staying there, then no. All right, the space doesn't affect you. Uh, rented a room in your house to another person, yeah, then it doesn't affect you unless you're staying there as well, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. All right,
Mm.
KK. This answer from Janice is for you. Okay, so yeah, if you are staying there, then you need to take into consideration lah. If
Yes.
you are not staying there, then it's the other person matters already. Okay, so you no need care about it. All right. Okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
there's a question from Maria Matias.
Matthias.
Is there a way to anchor the porch and include it as part of the house so you are not missing the sector? Thank you. Yeah, Maria, okay, the thing is, actually, we're just covered, okay, regarding the fear of missing sectors, okay,
Mm.
remember, Janice, okay. So, Maria, this is to address your questions, okay. You know, actually, we don't cover for the porch lah. I mean, the car porch, we don't cover because it's outside of the house already,
Mm.
okay? It's outside of the wall of your house, okay? So we don't cover it, okay? So never afraid of those missing sectors, okay? Although I know and I understand that it sounds scary, okay? But
Yeah,
you don't
sounds
need,
scary to have a missing sector.
yeah, but you don't need to include it, okay? All
Mm.
right? You not need to include it, all right? That's for you, Maria. All right, so just check out any more questions. If yeah, so any more questions from the
Yeah,
floor?
let's give them like a few minutes to
Yeah,
send in their question to us, right?
yeah,
And
maybe
yeah,
yeah,
actually, you're talking about missing sector, Taurus. Have you
Hmm.
ever lived in a house with missing sector?
Obviously no lah. I know
No.
feng shui ma, of course I will avoid it lah.
Wow. You
Have
have
you?
been
Have you?
so lucky, yeah, so far.
Oh, so you have did it. Oh, would you like to share your story?
I not really as well, actually. The thing about it, not really.
Uh,
Yeah. I mean,
so yeah,
probably my current house, I guess, is sort of like
is this
it
sector?
has some missing sector, but not like a big part of it, lah. Just a little bit. So,
Okay.
well, in this way, the effects won't be that severe, lah, since it's not like the big chunk, of the missing sector. So it's still
I
okay.
Yeah, so this
Mm.
address your questions, Maria. Also is the add-on now. Okay, so no need to afraid too much about the missing
Mm.
sector. Okay, always emphasize and focus on the positive sector. All right.
Right.
Yeah, and there's one questions from
Wow.
YouTube,
Wow,
Global
that's
2217. All right. So hi,
that's quite
arrive
interesting.
late. Friend leaves place has dark
Dark
energy.
energy.
People use black magic. Wow, is there
Yeah.
way feng shui to help? Okay, Janice. How would you
Wow.
answer for this global 2217 questions? Yeah.
Wow, this is quite uncommon. Yeah, where she's saying that her friend, she suspected that somebody might be using black magic in on her friend, right?
Uh,
And affecting the place that she's living in. So is there a way Feng Shui can help? Well, it depends, right? If you amplify the energy of the sector of your house, and there are actually monthly activation days where you can activate for protection, right? There will be ways where you can activate for protection in a
yeah,
specific sector. So for that one, it will be covered in our session for life force energy. It will be part four, right? Part four of the life force energy. So that will be on activation. Yeah. So
yeah.
activate the good sectors to boost up the energy of the house and to offer you protection.
Not about
Mm.
that, okay. Global 2217, okay. Just now Janice mentioned is just one of the method, okay. Actually,
Yeah.
there are a few more methods lah, okay. Like you can use the, of course, Qigong Feng Shui and the other way lah, alright. So
Yeah.
you remember, okay, what we covered for part one is just like a beginner stage, okay. Remember, we have the intermediate, semi-pro, and legendary stage, okay? So throughout the journey of you learning for feng shui, as much as you learn, then you will know how to tackle for that questions, okay? You will know how to tackle for the obstacles, which is the dark energy or black
Mm.
magic. Okay? You can use feng shui to overturn it, okay? But just the thing is, you need to learn about it lah, all right? So
Yes. You gotta know
one
how, right? How
you need
to.
to know how before you need to before
Yes.
you do the actions lah. All right. So yeah. All right. Join for it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You are new to feng shui, so this sessions is great to cover for you as a beginner. All right. So yes, global 2217. All right. So do join us for tomorrow, and of course part two, part three, part four
Yes.
and part five if
Top
you are
five.
VIP. Okay, so to learn furthermore about feng shui on how do you could use it to solve the problem. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think Janice, we will take three more
Yeah.
questions.
Two
All
more
right.
questions.
So one
Yes.
from Kathy
Next
Lee
one,
on
Kitty
Facebook.
Lee. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kitty
So
Lee.
my house sitting south, facing
Mm.
north. My main door has a direct facing to my back glass door, leading to back garden. I've put a half wall with grills up to ceiling of terrace instead of putting a partition in the
Okay.
middle. Is it okay?
So, right, the house is sitting south for this year, right? So
And it's
south is
just a short and brief answer will do.
my main door has a direct facing. So, okay, direct facing to back glass door. Okay, I have a half wall with grills up to ceiling of terrace. Instead of putting partition in the middle. For Katie Lee, I can't really advise you for sure because need to look at the layout, yeah, the layout and the overall structure of your house, as well as the compass overlay on the floor plan. So for this one, right, I would suggest you to stay tuned, therefore, for the class and get your house floor plan ready, right, together with the compass. And you will be able to find your answer along the way as you're learning with Dato. All right?
And also, Kathy, I think this question is way more technical. Okay,
Yes.
because the thing is, today's FAQ session is mostly for those beginners. Okay, so in order to not to confuse
Mm.
the beginners, so we will not really answer these questions. We will not answer these questions in these sessions. Okay, but of course, you can have your questions addressed in the VIP Q&A sessions. Okay, because in that place, I mean, during the VIP Q&A, it's all about with the community that is serious to learn about feng shui. So we would like to emphasize these questions, which is a good questions in that VIP sessions, I mean VIP Q&A, so that everyone in the community could benefit from it, okay? Rather than just telling here and confuse the beginners, okay, right? So I will highly encourage you to ask the questions in the VIP Q&A, all right? So yeah. Next question. All right. Facebook
Yeah.
from Facebook also.
Mm.
Okay. I inherit my grandparents' house, but nobody is living there at the moment. If I would like to use feng shui to improve the qi flow there, do I need to live there? Yeah.
Well, yes. All right. You have to stay there to experience the effect of the feng shui.
Yeah.
So currently it's nobody is staying there, right? Based on what I can't see the oh yeah. Nobody is living there, right? To improve the chi, do I need to? Yes, right? You have to stay there. Otherwise, there is no point to amplify the feng shui, just to
Yeah.
leave it empty again.
Yeah. So it's
Mm.
very easy, right? Because if you don't stay there, you will not gain the energy from the property, okay?
Mm.
No matter is it good or bad, you won't get it, right? Yeah, just like example, right? If you're not a McDonald's lover, right? If you don't buy the McDonald's, right? Even though what's Happy Meal is coming to you is doesn't affect you, right? Right? Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you won't
example
get
like
the toy.
yeah, like you know nowadays like the Spider-Man movies, right? If you are not a Avengers fan, Marvel fans, right? So Spider-Man movies is not affected to you, right? If you not a Marvel fans, like it's the same the theory, okay? It's just same theory, all right? So feng shui will only affect you if you are staying in that property, all right? So yeah, last questions from Facebook, KK Tan,
Okay,
okay?
done.
My house has missing sector, air well or stair, okay?
Right.
Yeah. So
Um,
KK Tan,
mhm.
okay? If your house have a missing sector, okay, remember, okay, don't always too fear of a missing sector, all right? Always focus on the positive sector. Yeah. How about you, Janice? Okay, any add-on for these questions for KK Tan?
Yeah, I would say the same. Missing sector is not like the end of it all, right? It's just now that you're aware, okay, you have a missing sector. And the next thing you want to know is how to overcome the missing part, right? How to overcome what you're lacking. So, for example, if you're lacking a space, what you can do is to amplify on the positive sectors that you still have, right? Amplify. And for the amplify, right, this will be covered in the upcoming session. Okay. So do join us, right? Highly encourage you guys to join us for the Life Force Energy tomorrow at 8 p.m. and sign up for VIP. right? To get your question answered more thoroughly, and you'll be able to cover more, right?
Yeah, basically it's like example just now we have a more personal questions, okay? So we do encourage you to sign up for the VIP so that you have a VIP Q&A and you post the questions in the VIP Q&A so that the floor and the community could learn it together with you by the addressing of your questions and your doubts by the consultant, all right? And not just only that, okay, VIP Q&A, it gives you the replay of those 5-day sessions, okay? And also the multi-language AI replay that no matter which country you are in, it will help you to learn and easy to understand for Feng Shui, okay? So, and of course, much more benefits by just joining the VIP Q&A. I mean, the VIP by signing up it, okay? So, we do encourage you guys to join us tomorrow, 8 p.m. for part 2. And for those who are interested to join the VIP so that you could learn way more faster and easier together with the crowd and community and have your problem and doubts to be solved, okay, do scan this QR code and we will see you guys in the VIP sessions, all right?
Yes.
So
You guys
yeah,
there?
that's all from us. And I'm Taurus signing off. All right.
Yes. I'm Janice signing off.
All
See you
right.
guys tomorrow.
See you.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby. And twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite.